Welcome back. I'm Dewayne Cook, and here's what's cooking in the sports kitchen. CeCe Jefferson, one of the top recruits in the country, had Gator fans on the edge of their seats waiting for him to sign and fax his letter of intent to the University of Florida. And when he finally did, Gator Nation could breathe a little easier. I had the chance to go to Baker County and meet with CeCe and get to know a little about the Gators' newest defensive terror.
Mr. CeCe Jefferson.
CeCe Jefferson is from the small town of McClenny, Florida, a place most people drive past without a second thought. But Jefferson hopes to make drivers slow down in the near future. While Jefferson decided to wait until National Signing Day to announce his decision, the young man had his mind made up well before then.
I've always knew I wanted to be a Gator, but the recruiting process was fun. You know, I let everybody else guess where I was going. You know, I showed interest, but I always knew I was going to be a Gator.
His family and friends could tell from an early age that Jefferson had the potential to be a great football player, not just because of his talent, but his work ethic and the way he carries himself.
CeCe's got the best personality of any kid you've ever been around. He can talk to anybody. He can talk to 5-year-olds. He can talk to 50-year-olds. I mean, CeCe is just so well-rounded. Everybody in Gainesville is going to love him.
According to Max Preps, in his high school career, Jefferson notched 27.5 sacks, even after missing all but 2 games in his senior season. But now he'll have a bigger challenge in the SEC. While Jefferson will be leaving the friendly confines of Memorial Stadium here in McClenny, Florida, he just has a short trip down to Gainesville, where he'll be living out his childhood dream, wearing the orange and blue, playing here in the swamp. Jefferson knows he still has more to improve on and won't be satisfied until one particular moment.
I haven't done anything yet. You know, until I make it to the NFL, which is my ultimate goal, man, you know, I feel incomplete.
Dewayne Cook, WUFT Sports. Now, CeCe told me he currently weighs close to 275 pounds and that he has a lot of work to do before getting on campus in June. Jefferson will make his debut in orange and blue on September 5th, and you can bet that the whole town of McClenny will be in the swamp to cheer on their hometown pride. The Florida baseball team began its season with a sweep of the Rhode Island Rams over the weekend. The Gators flexed their muscles this weekend, outscoring the Rams 37-5 in the series. Junior left fielder Harrison Bader stole the show as he went 7 for 12 in the series with 3 home runs and 11 RBIs. Bader's performance garnered him SEC Player of the Week honors. Head coach Kevin O'Sullivan was especially happy with the pitching effort this weekend and looks forward to seeing the staff moving forward with Brett Morales and Danny Young getting midweek starts this week.
We'll do what we need to do with our other guys. We don't want to overextend anybody because obviously we got the weekend coming up too. So, both those guys will get starts.
The Gators' next game will be on Tuesday when the Florida A&M Rattlers travel to Gainesville. Now, the Gators softball team pushed its season record to 11-0 after winning all 5 games over the weekend against NC State and Iowa. Similar to the baseball team, the Gators rolled through their competition, outscoring their opponents 25-3. Lauren Hager earned SEC Pitcher of the Week honors as she pitched 12 innings of 5-hit softball and added 18 strikeouts. The Gators' next game will be on Friday as they host the University of Florida Aquafina Invitational with a doubleheader against Kansas and Liberty. The Florida basketball team traveled to College Station, Texas on Saturday to take on the Aggies of Texas A&M. The Gators were looking to avoid being under 500, an overall record after Valentine's Day for the first time in the Billy Donovan era. The Gators, however, left a lot of broken hearts after another 1-point loss, their 4th on the season and 2nd in a row. Head coach Billy Donovan cites the lack of a post scorer as a big issue for this team.
I think it's probably been well documented in terms of low post presence and somebody throw the ball inside. We have thrown the ball inside a little bit more, but we haven't really got great production there. So at times we are limited and have a difficult time scoring.
The Gators' next game will be this Wednesday when Vanderbilt comes to Gainesville. The Gators lost to Vanderbilt in Nashville a couple of weeks ago, and they will be looking to end their 4-game skid. The Florida women's basketball team traveled to Starkville to take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs yesterday afternoon. The Gators never really got into the game as they had no answer for the Bulldogs' Brianna Richardson, who led the team with 16 points. The Gators were able to cut the lead to a 13 at one point in the second half, but that was as close as they got as the Bulldogs pulled away and won the game 75-62. The Gators will be back home on Thursday hosting Vanderbilt, a team they lost to by 9 on the road. We'll have one last look at the weather forecast after the break. Stay with us.